Flag on the play if you're not subscribed to VonAllen Sports. But once you are, we'll make it up to your team in the fourth quarter. You're watching VonAllen Sports, real and honest NFL analysis. Subscribe now and join the empire. VonAllen Sports, let's go.
VonAllen Sports. VonAllen Sports.
Wow. Ooh. Boom! What's up, guys? Get out the way. All right. Candy cane still left over. Yes, that's green. Okay. So, hang on. Let's make some adjustments here. Okay. So how you guys doing? All right, we'll just wait a second, let everybody get on. I can't believe, hang on a second. There we go. I can't believe it's almost New Year's already, man. This is crazy. And we have so few left in the tournament. So you guys, I hope everybody who's in the finals is here tonight, because you don't want your semifinal round to go to a dice roll, do you? So I know that Gord King's here. Alpha Courage probably will be here, so they'll pick theirs. But Brad and Diane, I hope I'm not dice rolling for you just to get into the finals like that, or when the finals are at stake. And let's hope tonight there's no weird ghost in the machine, as it were, and anything else for that matter. So hey, we have a cat fight going on down here. Nice. You know, Ramses is a big cat. He's a big cat, but he's going to get punched eventually. So he sticks his face in the wrong place. So, oh, Alpha Courage told the Gord King that he wanted Daniel Jones. Yeah, that sounds legit. I believe that. We'll go with that. That's cool. I'm been on Twitter quite a bit lately, and you know, trying to get that account going. I abandoned Twitter up until Elon Musk bought it, so it like didn't really it didn't really matter to me, because I knew I couldn't do anything, you know, unless you're saying certain things. You know, Twitter's not going to work for you, right? So, but now I've been trying to grow it, and you know, I've been running into some interesting people. It's been cool. Some people are completely psychotic, and like you're like, whoa, what's wrong with you, dude? And then other people are really cool. So, you know, it's been a little bit of both. But I'm just want to say, if you are on Twitter, make sure you follow me, follow us, VonAllen Sports. Because during games and stuff, that's where I go. That's where I go to talk, and that's you know, I speak my mind on there. You know, whatever comes to my mind at the moment, I'll post it, and I don't really want to do that on the community section like I used to here on YouTube because those count against the notifications. So if I keep commenting all day and then I do a live show or upload a video, they won't notify you guys of the video or the live show because I used up those notifications in the comments. And it's stupid. But I'm just trying to explain to you guys why I did that, or why I'm not communicating through the community anymore as much. I'll do one, but I used to do a whole bunch during the game. So we just do that on Twitter now. So I'm also on Truth Social and YouTube. We're on Instagram, but I really don't get Instagram. Like I don't see the point of it. I know everyone uses it and stuff. But how is it any different than Twitter or Facebook or anything else? It's just another place that I have to keep up with, another place where I have to check and log into and everything. And I really just don't. For some reason, as long as Instagram's been around, it's never clicked for me. I know we have some followers on there, and I know some interaction. I really generally leave it up to Milena to take care of. So, but I don't see the point of it, honestly. So,
in the new year.
Huh?
We'll resume in the new year with a new strategy.
Okay, Milena said she'll have a new strategy for the Instagram VonAllen Sports and New Year's, but I'll just take her word for it because I don't check it. I don't know. So every time I've ever been on Instagram, I see nothing but, honestly, it looks like a Twitter version of Pornhub. It's if Pornhub had like a community section, that's what Instagram looks like to me. Literally half of my feed is full of just naked women and dudes with their shirt off going like this. And that's all I see half the time. And then the other half is just football memes and things like that. Of course, it's associated in my account, I guess, with the football stuff, but it just never has clicked in my, like, why do I need that? And Facebook, I'll abandon it. I have a football group chat, but I don't interact with it as much as I used to. And it's only because it's taken a life of its own where, like, there's a certain set of people and they don't ever support the channel. They don't, there's like no connection. There's a few people, but that do that, but it seems to serve no purpose either. I think Facebook is dying, actually. So, and they can call it meta all they want. It's not tricking anybody. So the only meta I know is Ron Artest. All right, who's up here? Wow, it's taking a long time for this to get going. I'm just trying to buy time before we start talking football. Tiffany, what's up, Tiffany? Oh, Tiffany. Okay, she's just saying hi. See how nice Tiffany is. That's cool. So cool. Biden, blah, 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 blah. Where you been, buddy? Where you been? James Johnson, Consul James Johnson, and Consul Justin Chetlet. Wow. You know, I was thinking, I wonder if all these years I've been pronouncing Justin's last name wrong. I've been saying it Chetlet. I think it's French. Milena.
Yeah.
Milena speaks French very well, actually. Tell me, this last name, am I saying it wrong, or is it some fancy French name like Chatelet? Chetlet?
Yeah, but it depends. It's up to him how they.
Justin Chetlet. Shitley? Justin Chetlet. I'm sure Justin will tell us which one's correct. Although I like the way I pronounce it, kind of Chetlet, because
Oh, Chetlet.
Ah, you got it wrong, Mrs. French girl.
Well, I don't see the writing.
Ha!
It's saying it's at the end. It has
Chettelat.
Shetla.
Shetla. Hello, I am Justin. I am Justine Shetla. That was good. That was really good. That's my best French impression there. I have another French impression too. It's like blah 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 blah. I am French. Look at me, I am French. And Matt Lefleur, which I started that, not Stephen A. Smith. Swear to God, they stole that from me. Yep. So. I always find it funny that I go on pronouncing people's names wrong and no one ever corrects me. So, Elf of Courage, sorry, dude, but it's already a done deal. You're getting Daniel Jones. Sorry. Sherry Walder, namaste. Welcome, Sherry. You must be new. Awesome. You know, I looked at our demographics the other day, and what was it, Milena? 5%? 5% women. Okay? We gotta increase this. It's turning into a regular sausage fest here. All right. So Ryan Dyer says, I love how this effing video wasn't recommended to me. See, I can't win here. Guys, make sure, okay, if you have the bell icon selected, select it to where it's solid. A solid color. If it is a solid color, it depends on if you're using what theme you're using. If you're using dark theme or light theme. I use dark theme on YouTube. I use dark theme on everything. The white theme is bad for your eyes, the traditional one. So I recommend everybody go to dark theme. But if you're on dark theme, the bell's going to be solid white, I think. And if you're on white theme, it's going to be solid black. But just make sure you've got that there. I've tested it out with my other channels, and all of them always get the notification if that bell is solid. If it's not solid, YouTube is going to pick and choose when it wants to tell you about what I'm doing, and that's really annoying. So it must be there. You know? So, yeah, Tiffany, I know you guys, you and Gord King and some other guys, and Israel and other guys are part of the Facebook group. Y'all were the ones I was talking about when I said you guys support the channel, but there's a whole, probably at least 100, 120 people there that is what they do, is just a Facebook, and there's no connect, there's no support for the channel. You know, I can post something and it's just completely ignored except by you guys. That's what I was referring to. So yeah. I actually go in and I check the Facebook group. That's where I kind of see what you guys are up to, and I check in, and there's usually some funny stuff mentioned there and all that. But yeah. The Gord King. I love it. Yeah, well, see, Justin, I learned all of my French. I'm just being honest, okay? I learned all my French from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, okay? So when they arrive at the castle and the French guy's up there taunting him, I am French, and then they throw the cow over the thing at them. That's my education in French. All right? I'll tell you guys a little story here real quick before we get going. So as a lot of you guys know, I went to college in Bulgaria, and there were a lot of European exchange students, or whatever you want to call them, in some of my classes. And so we were in a class that was the degree is for political diplomacy. So there was a lot of classes that were very specific to certain subjects. And this class that I was in, that I'm referring to, was regarding stereotypes, cultural stereotypes. And you're supposed to learn the stereotypes of other countries so you can not make mistakes, or you can use it to your advantage and impress them. So there's different types that you would use. So the professor did a little thing where she goes to each one of us and asks us to name a stereotype of a country, of someone in the class. And when it got to this French girl, she used me. So she used America. She said, I'm going to use his. And she brought up every single stupid thing that the media, the mainstream media, says to them in France about America. So that we are racist, that we all carry guns, and if we get in an argument, we shoot each other. We're all fat and overweight. Now, granted, 2 and 3 might be correct on some level, but there was just a lot of it, and it seemed like she had the bone to pick, okay? And French don't really like us all that much, but I was like, okay, 1 was enough. The assignment was 1. You didn't need to pile on there. I was like, okay, whatever. And she was kind of a rude girl. Like she never spoke. I'm a very personal person. I talk to everybody, that me and the Italians were the only ones who had this like big personality, but this French girl never spoke to anybody. And I was like, you know what? So it was my turn. I was actually going to do something with Italy just for fun, because I had a friend there in class that was from Italy. So, but I changed it because of what she did. And I pulled up on my iPhone, I raised it up, and I put a white flag. And the professor goes, what is that? And I said, oh, this is my French stereotype. This is the French flag. Boy, she didn't look in my direction the rest of the semester at all. Pissed her off. Yeah, well, I mean, hey. It's stereotype, yeah. We're doing a stereotype, right? So, her ego was about as strong as the Maginot Line. Mario Yoshi is here. What's up, man? Bloody pleb. VonAllen, he says, people are saying Mac Jones is the dirtiest player in the NFL. What do you think? Huh? Yeah, no. The dirtiest players in the NFL are in the trenches. You just don't see it. You just don't see it. It's offensive and defensive linemen. The stuff they do is revolting, and you don't see it. It's because a play is ran, and then the play is over, and nobody's paying attention. But the stuff they do is disgusting. On every play, nearly. It's just it's awful. And they're talking to each other, too. And they're saying weird, vulgar stuff. So, you gotta remember, it's only what people see. Only what people see. Oh, was that transphobic earlier? Sorry about that. Yeah, we got to up it. We got to up our numbers, So we got to make it more balanced, right? Mario asked me, do I think the Patriots deserve to go to the playoffs in your opinion? I need people's opinion. If they have a winning record, they deserve to go to the playoffs. If they do not have a winning record, I say send them to France. I do not believe, I mean, I know this is not going to change anything, but I do not believe that any team should be allowed to go into the playoffs with a losing record. I think that is bad for the NFL. You want to talk about integrity of the game? Remember integrity of the game when during Deflategate or Spygate or any of that crap, right? The integrity of the game. What can violate the integrity of the game more than a team getting a playoff spot with a losing record? And on top of that, winning a division, winning the division is how they're going to get in. But I meant when they win the division, they get a home game. That's, like I said, if they're going to insist on this division thing and give them a playoff spot, make them 7th automatically. They get no privilege. They get no home game. They get none of that. They have to go on the road the entire time as if they're the worst seed. At least do that. But no, they're doing double the amount of crap. They're just giving them a playoff spot and then giving them a home game. It's stupid. Absolutely ludicrous. But that is the rules we're working with. So until that's changed, nothing I can do about it. So. But do they deserve it? I mean, I think what you mean is, like, you mean deserve in a different sense, not a literal sense. But no, they're a bad team. We're a bad team. It's not working. It's not. They're not playing smart football. They're not playing Patriot football. They're just a bunch of idiots running around. And honestly, I don't see much difference between the Patriots and the Bucs when it comes to a lot of things. I never thought I'd say that about a Bill Belichick coach team. And maybe not the defense, but the offense is pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. And I don't know. I refuse to believe that Mac Jones is this bad. I just can't believe it. I evaluated him when he was, back for the draft. I believe it was the 2021 draft. And my God, time's going by. He still feels like a rookie to me. But yeah, that he had a game. He had a good game. I mean, he's smart. He's smart. He's really smart. He has no problem understanding the playbook and everything. If you've got a guy who can at least throw the ball a little bit, and he's really intelligent, you've got something to work with. And I just can't believe that they can't get this worked out. It does appear that his arm strength is not that good. I went back and looked, tried to figure out, what's going on here. And it looks like he just doesn't have that natural arm strength. He needs to do what Tom did. Tom always could throw it, but Tom would even work on it more and try to get more depth with the ball. And that's through mechanics. And that's through just working and consistently doing the same thing over and over and over again. Then you got guys like Patrick Mahomes, it's all upper body. Okay, so it's all what I call baseball strength, baseball throwing strength. It's all in your arms and your shoulders and, your abdomen. It's all right here. And you don't need your legs. You don't need your legs. You don't need leg torque. Okay. So all the torque is in actually, I'm using the word correctly for once. Literally, the torque is in the top half of your body. And just like I used torque just now to rearrange my seat. So that was torque as well. That's called VonAllen seat torque. But Patrick Mahomes is all upper body. He's, throwing it like that, and he can do that. It's fine for him. That's going to catch up with him later. It's gonna be where he's gonna have to change his mechanics some in order to get that much depth on the ball. He won't always be able to do that, but he can do it now, and that's. I'm not criticizing him at all. I'm just saying that there's just different types of throwing strength. You got Michael Vick who can throw it 60 yards like that, just almost like effortless. That's just, there's different types. There's different, but I think Mac, the point is that Mac's best bet is to do the Brady mechanics, from ground to foot to leg to the rest, and it comes out at the end there. So that's probably what he needs to work on. The Patriots are making uncharacteristic mistakes that we're not used to a Patriots team doing. The players don't seem to be locked in. The coaching staff doesn't seem to be locked in or even care. Back in the old days, and I say the old days, I mean the Tom Brady days, someone would have been in trouble by now. Someone, if it was like this, someone would have been held accountable. Someone would have been fired, or at least changes would have been made of some sort. And there's no accountability on this team anymore. A guy does something stupid, he used to get benched. He used to get, I mean, it was very, very tight. It was a tight ship. And now Belichick seems to be running his team as if this is just some regular team and he's just some regular coach. Like, he's different. Something's wrong. Something's very wrong. Donnie, what's up, Donnie? Donnie comes in, haven't seen you in a while, buddy, and he comes in with a great joke right off the bat. Take a Pick 1313 says, hey, why do French tanks have rear view mirrors? To see the battlefield. That's really good. That's good. Okay, James Johnson sends a $5 super chat. He says, the French lost both world wars by bending over. Last time French did anything great was helping us and finishing off the British during the Revolutionary War. Sorry, guys, just a moment. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why. I thought I was gonna sneezing fit there. So, okay, I'm gonna go back to that. Last time French did anything great was helping us finish off the British during the Revolutionary War. Even that, you say last time they did anything great. Well, even that was like difficult to achieve. That was difficult to get out of them. Now, I will say in their defense that they were fighting wars all over the world too, small skirmishes all over the world, just like England was doing. So I get that, and there's a part of them that probably didn't believe that we were going to win. So, they didn't feel like dedicating everything to the losing side, right? And so I get that. But yeah, they did do that, and I give them credit for it. Actually, what they need credit for, more credit than that, the credit that you would give them is their influence on us. Their influence on us as far as policy and things and ideology and the way we kind of started going away from, they had a lot of French philosophers and a lot of French writers and things that inspired us and stuff like that. So that would be really more of where I would compliment them. But World War II is probably the most egregious, in my opinion, of them letting the Nazis get through. And it's just, I don't know. They just didn't want Paris destroyed. So they basically surrendered it in order for it to not get destroyed, in my opinion. And as where England was like, okay, you can bomb London all you want, we're still not giving up. So that's just the difference. And France being invaded by Germany really made the war much more difficult, almost impossible, and caused a lot of problems. And I have 2 relatives who died trying to take back France. So I don't know. So, but this would be a great conversation for VonAllen History Channel, though, wouldn't it? But it was a super chat, so I got to talk about it. Ha ha. Ha ha. That's my loophole. If it's a super chat, I got to talk about it. Okay, Ryan Dyer sends a $2 super chat. He says, I will miss shopping on East Bay here soon. Yeah, I heard they're going out of business, huh? Yeah, that sucks. What's up, Anthony Preston? Mike Miller, what's up? John Thomas Chavez. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are... I haven't told you that in a while, but you guys are awesome. John Thomas Chavez sends a $2 super chat. He says, even in 2020, we were more disciplined than this. Oh, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So in 2020, it just wasn't there. We just didn't, now we know, looking back on it, that Cam wasn't understanding the playbook that well. He just wasn't grasping it. It is complicated. It's difficult. The signals and the verbiage is different. It's very weird. And one little thing can mean something else. It's like learning English for the first time, and you find out the word "you" can mean a lot of different things in the context and stuff like that. So, hour is actually pretty bad. I remember people telling me this, so other students were telling me, why do y'all have these words that mean so many different things? But that's kind of the Patriots' call signals and stuff. So they, one little ending change of the call can sound like the same one, but you can just change the end just a little bit, and it changes the entire call completely. And that a lot of people have trouble with that. We've seen a lot of players do that. And to be honest with you, I don't think it was Cam's ability to learn it. He's been a quarterback for a long time. He was, ever since he was in high school, I think. So it's hard to believe that he couldn't do it. I think it was work ethic. I think he just didn't care or thought he could just be 2015 Cam and just go off of physical ability and not have to worry about the mental. So I think that's really what happened there. But yes, the Patriots were still disciplined. They still got, they didn't make stupid mistakes. They played good football. We just saw that there just wasn't enough good players to get points on the board and things like that. That was a weird year where, no salary cap, there's no salary money on the salary cap. And it's just, yeah, that was a strange year, but it certainly wasn't from lack of discipline and focus. That's for damn sure. So something's changed badly since then. The Gourd King says a $2 super chat. He says, this reminds me of the French knight, surrender. Okay, that's good. Well, John, that surrender stereotype for me is not just battle involved. It's also diplomatically, when it comes on the world stage, when it comes to certain things, they tend not to have a backbone, or they used to not. I don't know. So, yeah. Although Napoleon was cool. You know, I've seen one of Napoleon's uniforms in person. I saw it in Leipzig, Germany, at the Bach Museum. Nightly Sinister says, I'm late, just got off work. Yeah. Like James Johnson just said, all you missed was us talking about how much the French suck. I hope I don't have any French fans right now. They're going to be pissed. I didn't mean it. I promise. Justin Chetlet. Shit, I already forgot. Justin Chetlet sends a $20 super chat. He says, if it weren't for Charles Martel, we'd all be speaking Arabic. Does he count as French? Sure. Yeah, why not, right? Yeah. That's a big super chat, dude. Thank you. Thank you, Justin. Who is already on the level 5 of the memberships. The Gord King says, we should thank those Russians for their contributions to Call of Duty World at War. Yeah, well, the Cardinals shouldn't be very happy about that, about Call of Duty in general, because that's why Kyler Murray sucks. Well, that's not really why he sucks. He sucks more than that, but so last night I was going and editing some videos, and somehow I don't know how I ended up, you get deep into the files on your computer and you're like, whoa, what is that? And oh crap, Then I discover the very first episode of VonAllen Sports, and it's just hilarious because I was in that episode talking crap about Kyler Murray. Like right off the bat. I never gave this dude a chance. Seriously. It's pretty bad. I did take a big L though. A massive L in that first episode. I said that if N'Keal Harry doesn't get injured, he's going to be in contention for Rookie of the Year. Ouch. That's a bad one. That's a big L right there. But at least I was right about Kyler Murray, so that balances it out, right? So Ryan Dyer, why do you keep posting French bread? You trying to say something here, buddy? You trying to tell us something? Yeah. Justin, thank you so much for that, man. I really appreciate it. That is awesome. So I don't know if you guys watched, some of you watched the Dallas game last night, Dallas versus the Titans. And by the way, okay, Mike Vrabel's on TV, and Milena goes, oh my God, I grew up with a guy that looks just like Mike Vrabel. I'm like, yeah, right. She shows me pictures of him. It's freaking scary, okay? You guys know that Bulgarian Belichick that I took a picture with? Yeah, it's the same thing. There's a Bulgarian Belichick and there's a Bulgarian Mike Vrabel. It's very weird, okay? But anyway, that game last night, there's a pick where Dak threw that wasn't his fault, had nothing to do with him. Hit the guy perfect in the numbers, and the guy just popped it up and like an idiot, right? Then we have the interception against the Jaguars, where the Jaguars, it's a walk-off win because in OT, same thing. I don't know. Do you guys agree, or do you feel like Dak Prescott gets a lot of crap? I mean, it is every week, everybody dumps on him. It's just very strange. And it's got to be the lack of being in the first round or something, because, man, he can't do anything right no matter what. I mean, everyone is looking for any little reason. My suspicion is this, that Skip Bayless loves the Cowboys, okay? And back when he was with Stephen A. Smith on First Take, they had a dynamic where Stephen A. Smith hated the Cowboys and Skip loved them, and they made a ritual out of this stuff. And I think other shows may have saw that, and now they always have a Cowboys fan, and then everybody else on the show hates the Cowboys and constantly talks junk, and they're trying to recreate that. Maybe that's it. I'm not sure. But I notice even on Twitter that, people are giving Dak crap all the time. I can name a lot of quarterbacks worse than Dak Prescott. Okay. I mean, it's not even, it's just ridiculous, I just don't know where this is coming from. And it's not balanced, is my point. Are they forgetting Tony Romo and all of the bad interceptions that he threw and the worst moments? I mean, really? And these were just bad interceptions, really bad, like all his fault. People seem to have very short memories. So here's what I'm proposing. To the NFL, I am officially proposing that interceptions need statistical categories that are more in-depth that we can look at. Now, we have a statistical category for every kind of completion. All right? We know how long it takes them to get out the ball. We know if there's a drop, if there's a batted ball, or on-target throw, off-target throw, yards after the catch. We have all of this. So we're able to know, is it the quarterback or is it the receivers? I mean, not everybody can lead the league in yards after the catch every year like Patrick Mahomes. Wait. I didn't mean it. I take it back. I'm sorry. Although it's the truth. I'm sorry. But why can't we have a statistic or statistics, at least categories, for these interceptions? We need a column that says stupid, dumbass receiver statistic. And that has an interception column. So you can still, apply the interceptions the same as you were before to the quarterback, but also have one next to it that says, okay, his wide receivers are idiots, or his wide receiver had a perfect pass and then threw it up in the air like a moron, or another column that says wide receiver ran the wrong route like an idiot, and so on and so forth. Why don't we have more accurate statistics for this? And we could do it ourselves, but we'd have to go back and watch every game, and it would be very difficult to do that. So I just don't know why they don't give us something like that, because I think a quarterback stat line would look a lot different. It would also tell us if it's the quarterback or the team, what the problem is. You would think that they would want to know these things, but yeah. Half of Dak's interceptions this year are not his fault. Okay? Go back and look. I guarantee you half of them are not. Now, what's funny about this, I just want to point this out, it's the first round bias. Don't tell me it ain't. It is. Last year, Matthew Stafford led the league in interceptions. But what about Matthew Stafford? First of all, he's on the LA Rams, which they're trying to make happen. And Matthew was first overall. Not just first round, first overall. Dak is leading the league this year in interceptions, and he's on a good team. They have a great record, so it's not like you can say, oh, Æron, Dak's leading the league in interceptions and they suck. No, they're winning. They're good. But yet they're trying to crucify Dak for this. How is this any different than last year with Matthew Stafford? Nobody said this about Stafford last year? Everyone kissed his ass. Remember that? Oh, Matthew Stafford, he got out of Detroit and he's making things happen. Well, yeah, he is making things happen, I said. He's throwing picks all over the field. So some games he was out there looking like Eli Manning. Regular season Eli Manning. But nobody said anything. Why? First rounder. First rounder. That's it. If you're a first rounder, you can get away with anything. They'll make an excuse for you. Because it's that word. Pedigree. Say it with me. Come on, children. Word of the day today is pedigree. Pedigree. Yes, follow the bouncy ball. Pedigree. Pedigree. You want to talk about pedigree? That kid Arch Manning, that they say is going to go now. He was a high school kid, and he's going to go to Texas. He's going to play for the Texas Longhorns. And I think that this kid will be the greatest Manning of them all. And that's not because of me watching him play or watching his highlights or watching him talk or anything like that. It's purely based on the most important thing when it comes to judging a Manning. He's the ugliest one. Okay? And we all know in the Manning family, the uglier you are, the better you are. He has to be the ugliest one, right? So that scares me. So the league better watch out. That's it. The league better watch out. So here he comes. Talk about pedigree. That's pedigree right there. So that is the hard-hitting analysis that you guys all come here for at VonAllen Sports. So if any team is, paying attention, you should judge drafting Arch Manning based on the Manning ugly meter. So I think that'll work. Super chat. Oh, another one. Justin, Milena, what was it again? Shetler? Shetler. That doesn't even make sense. Okay. Justin Shetler sends a $10 super chat. He says, with all the data we track, why don't we have errors in football like in baseball? I know, right? Yeah, they even track them in tennis. So, yeah, you would think. You would think that, they would have more in-depth statistics for that stuff, but they don't. They don't. Yeah, there is a clear bias when it comes to the media and the first rounders. There just is. It's a first rounder. Now, the thing about being a first rounder though is it can actually go the other direction. There are two extremes with being a first round quarterback. It's either if you play pretty well, if you show signs of ability and you show that you've got something, they'll protect you. They'll protect you forever and they'll defend you and they'll keep giving you chances and chances and chances. Or if you suck right off the bat and you continue to suck, they'll call you a bust and they'll throw you away. So it's one extreme to the next. But even the ones that get thrown away get second or third chances before being trashed. If you're a quarterback outside of the first round and you screw up even a little bit, you're on a short leash. Even if you've achieved things in the league, it doesn't matter. So look how quickly they threw away Kurt Warner for Eli Manning. You know, look how quickly Cardinals threw away Kurt Warner for Matt Leinart. They just had to get that first round guy in there because he has the pedigree, whatever the hell that means. But I've seen a lot of hate for Dak. It's very strange. I mean, I get it. I get you guys are saying, you know, he's kind of vanilla or whatever. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that he deserves getting crapped on all the time. That's what I mean. The balance, it almost, you know, if that was the case, you know, he's got kind of a dry personality and a very dry playing style, you would think that people would just be like, okay, that's just him. That's Dak. That's okay. He's average quarterback. But no, he's being treated, you know, as if he's the worst quarterback that's ever lived. It's very, very weird. And it's something to that. There's got to be something to that. I wonder if he was on Dallas, if that would be a different story. But I don't know. It's just something I've noticed. Oh, Ryan Dyer, perfect example. Josh Rosen. How many chances is Josh Rosen given? He clearly showed that he didn't want to be a football quarterback, and you kept giving him handouts over and over again. Josh Rosen was a second rounder or after. It would have been over at the very beginning. His first year starting with the Cardinals, that would have been over. That's it. You'd never see him again. He'd be selling insurance somewhere. So it's very strange, but I know that Dak doesn't play into the race card thing a lot, and he doesn't give the media that back. He doesn't, you know, do the whole woe is me thing. So maybe that's why they don't like him. Maybe, I don't know. So but no, it can't be that, because it's what I'm saying. It's the lack of being in the first round. It is. It just is. Okay? Look, they never gave Tom Brady a chance, ever. They could not believe. But let's go back. Let's go back in time to the early 2000s. That was Peyton Manning's time. He was picked. He was handpicked by the football gods. All right? He was supposed to be eventually the greatest quarterback that's ever lived. First overall. And his first year in 1998, he set the record for interceptions for a rookie. You know what they did? Well, they got him a new coach. So that worked. They gave him that chance. If that was Tom Brady, a sixth rounder, and led the league like that, it's over, right? So I know they've invested a lot in Peyton, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but just follow me here. So Peyton goes on, and then they get much better, and they become a much better team the next year. They flip-flop, right? So great turnaround. But then they run into this guy named Tom Brady, this guy who nobody ever heard of, only if you were a Michigan fan. Even Patriots fans didn't even know he's on the roster in 2000. I certainly didn't. I remember the 2000 season, and I thought, okay, this Belichick guy, he sucked in Cleveland, you know. I remember him as defensive coordinator for the Patriots when we were in the Super Bowl. And I knew he was coming from the Jets. So I just thought, oh, great, another Parcells guy. So maybe he'll leave again or whatever. I don't know. I can't exactly tell you what I was thinking, but that was probably my feelings at the time. But at that whole 2000 season, Tom was on the roster I didn't know. I didn't know he was on the roster. He was like the 4th string quarterback. I couldn't even tell you that we had 4 quarterbacks that year. But then 2001 comes along, and Drew Bledsoe was my guy. He was my favorite player at the time, and Drew gets hurt, and then out comes Tom Brady. That was never supposed to happen, okay? So, hang on just a second. Milena, I have a...
What?
Nothing. I have like a... Okay, I got it. So with Tom, that was never supposed to happen. And that upset the media and all the sports writers and everything they had written, that Peyton can't defeat this guy. And then a few years go by, very few short years. So let's think about this. Right now, if you guys remember back in 2018 and 2019, that wasn't that long ago, right? That was basically the amount of same amount of years that it took Tom Brady to rack up 3 Super Bowl rings. That's insane, okay? While Peyton's got none. To make matters worse, in 2004, Peyton Manning breaks Dan Marino's record. I remember watching that game. In fact, my brother Jason was with me. He was sitting on a beanbag. I miss beanbags. Beanbags are awesome. But we were sitting there watching it, talking about it. We're like, is he going to break it? Is he going to break it? And then he did. And it was a big deal. If 04 should have been his year. 04 should have been the year that Peyton, but of course they didn't make it. They didn't make it to the Super Bowl, and Tom wins again. That upsets them. It upset everything that they know about football. All the money that they put in the drafting and all the commentators and all the analysis and all the magazines and books and manuals and everything that they publish. And they all say that Peyton Manning is going to be the greatest of all time. He's going to win 5, 6 Super Bowls. He's going to eclipse Joe Montana. It never happened. It pissed them off. And they never would give Tom Brady his due. There was always an excuse. There was always something. Even in 07, there was some kind of excuse. 07 was really when the hate started. Do you know why? Because now it wasn't, Patriots is an all defensive team, blah, blah, blah. No, Tom was the offense in 07. He showed that he can do the Peyton Manning thing. He can launch the ball. He can do all the, get 50 touchdowns, breaks Peyton's record. They didn't like that. So now Tom is both. Wait a minute. That's not how it's supposed to be. Nobody's supposed to be Joe Montana and Dan Marino at the same time. That's not fair. You can't be that. You can't be that, especially when you're a 6th round pick. The 199th pick overall. 198 guys went before Tom Brady. If you were to do a redraft of the 2000 draft, you'd take him number 1 overall. They can't fathom this. They can't process it. It's just not something that they can come up. So they had to find an excuse. Oh, it's Belichick. It's this, it's that, right? Oh, it's Randy Moss. It's always something. This is the curse of not being in the first round. That's what this is. Doesn't really apply that much to other positions. It can sometimes, but for quarterback, it means everything. I don't understand it. I was explaining this concept to Roman one time, and he was asking me about it. And because I had mentioned this a few weeks back on a show, he says, so there's a bias even after the guy proves himself? He couldn't believe it. He was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It's absolutely true. Tom Brady can get 15 rings. He'll always be a 6th round quarterback. There'll always be a yeah, but. Yeah, but. Could you imagine if Peyton Manning had 7 rings? Seriously? No, but what Brady did is He was the guy what the offense wasn't all about him. He is won in every fashion you can imagine. He becomes whatever you need him to become. You need him to be a game manager. He can do that. You need him to be humble and just hand the ball up, don't do much. He can do that. You need him to throw for 50 touchdowns. He can do that. You need him to go no huddle, lead at the line, do the Peyton Manning thing. He can do that. In fact, he can do it just as well. Whatever you need him to be, he can do that. And he has won a Super Bowl doing every version of being a quarterback you can imagine, other than the dual threat thing, the run around thing, which is irrelevant anyway. So, and they can't fathom that. And that's why there's so much hate. Dude, on Twitter, the hate for the Brady derangement syndrome is insane. They just can't process it. They can't. And because they can't process that a guy's got 7 rings, they have to, there has to be another reason. There has to be. They cannot just deal with it. They can't accept it. Okay, let's real quick before we continue. I wanna see what quarterbacks you guys get. So let's switch over here. Let's see what we're doing. We're gonna need to pull up. There we go. Man, I can't believe we're already this far into the tournament. So weird. Oh. Hang on, guys. Give me just a second. Anybody seen Diane or Brad here tonight? Hey, what's up, man? You didn't know I was here. Roman is here. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil, and he will appear. You know, my cat says that to me all the time. I give Izzy food, and she goes, "And you think this gives you power over me?" Yeah, it's creepy. All right. So we got Elva Courage versus Diane Tincher. Diane, if you guys ever, I don't know if you remember, it's a while back, but there was a TV series or a YouTube series called Bane Cat. It was a cat that dressed up like Bane from Batman. Dude, funny. If you love cats or you love animals, this is the funniest shit ever. And I know that everyone's got a cat like Bane Cat. It's perfect. I do. We call her, her name's Isabel, but we call her Izzy Bane sometimes. And she fits it very well. All right. Let me get, okay, so Brad's in the semifinals. I'm going to give him Daniel Jones, actually. Okay. That's what you get. All right. No. Actually, Brad said if it's possible, if he can have Mahomes, of course, that's his favorite quarterback. But he would need to let's see here. Gord King may pick first. So, all right. We're back in business. Okay, here we go. Semifinals. This game for the right to go to the finals. One of these four people is going to win an Xbox. Okay? That damn timer keeps going off. All right. So what we're going to do first is see who goes first. Silver is Elva Courage. Gold is Diane Tincher. Silver goes first. Elva Courage, you were on the clock. Come on down. Elf of Courage going with Patrick Mahomes. Good pick. Okay. Doesn't look like Diane's here. Milena, have you seen Diane?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to have to roll for her. So I just kept the same sequence. All right, Diane, I'm rolling for you. 7. Kirk Cousins. Cousins is not a bad pick. That's number 1, yards. Your statistic is yards, guys. Okay, so that's an even game. It could be either way. So that's gonna be a good one to watch. So Elva Courage versus Diane Tincher. Mahomes versus Cousins. Yards is your statistic. In the Byzantium matchup, we have Brad Gold versus the Gord King. The Gord King picks first. 2-1. Damn. Close. All right. Gord King. You have 30 seconds to pick. Now. Pick now. Now. The Gord King picks Justin Herbert. Okay. And Brad. Brad, I told you to be here. I'm going to have to roll the dice, man. Aaron Rodgers? I hope you're a Rodgers fan. All right. And your statistic. Touchdowns. This game, I think, is favorable to Gord King. It's a 2, guys. It's a 2. 2. Why do you guys keep saying yards? Yards. 2 is touchdowns. Look. 2. Watch. 2. 2. So, Brad Gold's got Aaron Rodgers. Gord King's got Justin Herbert. And the number 2 is touchdowns. I'm glad it's not completions and interceptions. That'd been lame. Okay. And Up Courage versus Diane Tincher is Mahomes and Cousins, and that is number 1. Yards. So, good luck, ladies and gentlemen, or ladies and germs. I wish you all well. I think I missed some, huh? While I was doing that? Okay, let me go back. Ryan Dyer. Ryan is in dire need. Okay. Ryan Dyer sends a $2 super chat. He says, Brady is the GOAT of the quarterback sneak too. Oh, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. VonAllen Sports. You guys can thank my father for creating VonAllen Sports. That's all him. It's all him. He's the evil genius behind it. New ball smell. It's gonna be a good marketing ploy. Elva Courage sends a $2 super chat. He says, I'm calling it. Elf versus Gord, final round. Final round. I don't know, Elf. You're going to have to beat my, or our burner account or whatever Gord King says it was. Yeah. Diane, if anybody knows Diane, would you please tell her that she's in the tournament? And like she picked her quarterback a few weeks ago. I think she picked Burrow, maybe, or somebody. But if anybody actually knows her and can write to her, tell her. Wait, I think I missed a members chat here.
Yeah.
Okay. And you weren't going to tell me that, so.
Well, I thought you were going to the next.
Thank you. Okay. Ryan Dyer sends a member super chat, which I'm trying to find.
You don't see it?
Not in the software version. It doesn't highlight them.
Oh.
I'll just screenshot it. Okay. And of course, I screenshotted the wrong damn one. All right. Here we go. Ryan Dyer sends a membership chat. He says, Aaron Rodgers has won Super Bowl. Why did I say it like that? Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers has won Super Bowl, and I a sore loser. So it's rigged. It's rigged, I tell you. It's damn rigged. The whole thing is rigged. Football's rigged. The game is rigged. You guys remember Beavis and Butthead? I'm part of the Beavis and Butthead generation. This is probably what's wrong with me right now. Yeah. He said, shut up. Yeah. Fire. Yeah. Yep. See, I honestly believe that the whole rigging movement, the NFL's rigged movement, was started by the Patriots. The Patriots' dominance. I think that's where it comes from. I mean, not that people didn't have, not that there weren't butthurt people before, but there's a whole movement now. Like it's a big thing, and I think it really does come from that. So. Oh, thanks, Ryan. Yeah, I did the first VonAllen Sports videos were actually me commentating games, and I did there's a part in there where I did a Beavis and Butthead impersonation talking about the game because one of the commentators said something funny, and people were asking me where I got the sample from because because I was saying football stuff. It was Beavis and Butthead, and they were like, "What episode is that?" I've never heard them talk about football like that and talk about Cam Newton. It was a Panthers game is what I was doing, and it was a Cam Newton, and I said, no, that's me doing that. So I was doing Beavis and Butthead's voice, but they thought it was a sample. My dad is a big fan of Beavis and Butthead. Not really. He blames Beavis and Butthead for why his children are screwed up. So thank you, Dad. It's yeah, they're a big influence on me. Anyway. So let's talk about these matchups. Okay, so first we've got the Cardinals and Falcons. The thing about this is the Falcons were trying to catch up for the division, but I don't know. I don't believe it's going to matter for them anymore. But they're still going to beat the Cardinals. Okay, who doesn't beat the Cardinals? Well, the Bucs almost didn't. But other than that, but not every other team is coached by a completely inept moron like the Bucs. So I got the Falcons for this one. Bears at Lions. Yeah, the Lions are, again, they're playing good football. They had some trouble, last week, but I think they can get this one. The Bears are checked out. I think the Bears are just trying to get another high draft pick there. Again, Jared Goff is a good quarterback. I do believe that if McVay hadn't coached him the way he did, I think Jared could have achieved last year what Matthew Stafford did. Jaguars at Texans. Jaguars are playing much better football, and Trevor Lawrence is looking like an NFL quarterback. He's looking really good. I think he's going to benefit a lot in this system that he's in, and some consistency. And I think next year, look for the Jaguars to be a really good team. So I believe that they'll be the best team in their division next year. They'll be dominating that division. Texans play really hard. I respect them a lot. They don't give up. They're out there acting like they're 12-2-1 instead of 2-12-1. But I still think the Jaguars are playing a bit better football, and they're just a better team. Broncos at Chiefs. This is ridiculous. Yeah, it's the 4-11 Broncos who can't play football and got completely destroyed last week by the crappy Rams. It's interesting, isn't it? Could Denver win that game? Am I going to do it? Am I going to say that Denver is going to beat Kansas City? Should I? I should? I'm being told from the peanut gallery over here that I should pick Denver over Kansas City. What do you guys think? My dad wrote, "Are you boys in my tool shed again? Damn you. I would like a large fry pie, large coffee." What? Large fry pie, large coffee. Why can't you get out of my tool shed? All right. Denver's going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay? Watch. They got a new coach. They're motivated. Okay? They're Nathaniel Hackett was fired. Russell Wilson told me personally that they're going to win, that they're going to beat the Chiefs. Okay? Now, watch this. It's going to happen. Why did I put these on? Okay, I still got to read this damn screen. All right. I'm serious. I was going to pick them anyway. That's why I made a whole production out of it. So, yes, I know. No, I haven't lost my mind. Okay. All right. Dolphins at Patriots. Well, we have to win this game, right? So I'm going to pick New England. Colts at Giants. This is the who gives a flying crap game. So the Colts are just complete garbage. That's too easy, Giants. All right. Saints at Eagles. The Saints are a weird team. So some weeks they play good football, some weeks they don't. It's very strange, very inconsistent. The hell? Okay. I think the Saints can catch the Eagles off guard a bit, and but I just don't know if they could do that in Philadelphia. So I can't. I don't think it'll be like a blowout or anything. I think people will be surprised by how close it is, but I think the Eagles will win that one. Panthers at Buccaneers. Okay, so this game is everything for Tampa. They've got to win this. This is very, very important. So the Buccaneers have not put together a good game since week 1. That was the last time they actually played decent football. For 4 quarters. Now, they've had moments, like the second half against Kansas City, the first half against the Bengals, and they have their moments. But they just don't put together good football. Now, keep in mind, they lost to the Carolina Panthers this year already. So if they lose this game, they're in trouble. So this is for the Bucs. This is basically a good. This is a playoff game. Okay, I mean it's that important. I think they'll pull their head out of their asses, and I think they'll get the win on this one. Browns at Commanders, or DC Lizard people. Got the I've got the Browns for this one. Go Addy. 49ers at Raiders. The Raiders. That's too easy. The 49ers. Okay. Jets at Seahawks. Another who gives a flying crap game. You know what? Jets. I'm going Jets. Okay. Vikings at Packers. I'm going Green Bay. I don't think Green Bay drops another game the rest of the year. I think they win out. I think they win this week. I think they win next week. So Rams at Chargers. Chargers are already in, so we've got Justin Herbert into the playoffs. Still, they're going to. You want to keep that momentum going. You don't want to give up, and it's a home game for either Rams or Chargers because neither team has fans here in Los Angeles, so it doesn't really matter. It's the same stadium. But the easy pick is the Chargers, and I'm not going to mess with that. So Steelers at Ravens. Mike Tomlin is very close to having a losing season. And if he loses this game, he will have his first losing season. I think Baltimore's going to hand that to them, so I'm going Baltimore here. I'm not sure why this game wasn't flexed. Flexible scheduling. I don't know why they're giving us Steelers and Ravens on Sunday night still, whatever. But the Monday night game is good. Monday night game is Bills versus Bengals. And man, Cincinnati, they seem to just overcome anytime they have any kind of trouble. The Bills, I'm excited to see them in the playoffs and see if they can actually get something done here. So this is a great matchup because this really tells us about the momentum that either team is going to carry into the playoffs. And they very well might meet again in a few more weeks. So this game is very interesting. I like the Bengals for this one. I think Cincinnati's going to win that. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to the playoff simulator again that we did the other night. See if I can make that larger. Okay, so I said Falcons. So if we go with my picks, and let's say that I'm right about everything, which of course I am. I never miss. I think I picked the Jets, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So if it goes this way, although do you guys really believe that this is going to happen? So if it goes this way, that puts Tampa. Okay. Let's say Tampa beats the Falcons. Let's say next week. These are not my official picks. I'm just playing with the system here. Let's just go with the most obvious ones. Okay. So this is a possibility. So Green Bay could get in. That's a possibility. The Jets might be able to get in. We have to win that game against Buffalo. If we switch it out, we get in. So that changes things. But let's try something else. Let's see. Atlanta. Can Atlanta get in at 7-10? That'd be pathetic, wouldn't it? I don't think so. I think they would lose. They would lose in the tiebreaker anyway. I'm pretty sure. That don't matter. That don't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's see if we make everything go their way. Okay. We'll tie up all the AFC matchups. They don't matter in this case. Say Saints win that one. Eagles win. Okay. Dallas. Yeah, it doesn't. So all the teams in the NFC South could all be 7-10, but Atlanta cannot be one of them. So they're done. The Saints can win the division. So the Saints are still alive there. So everybody in the NFC South is a possibility except for Atlanta. Atlanta can't make it. So, okay. Cool. I just want to make sure. Mike Miller says, I heard you're a Jets fan. Don't you have a shirt? Shut up. Shut up. Maybe thanks to Milena, who brought me a Jets shirt from New York. What else did I expect? I expected something cool, you know, like a George Washington bobblehead or something, you know, from when you went to see where he was inaugurated. I mean, even a Giants shirt wouldn't have been as bad. Although that would be pretty bad. Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah. So, let's see what you guys talking about. Oh, Tyler Belcher says Atlanta already out. I wish I would have read that before I went through that whole sequence. Thanks. Well, it's not your fault. I didn't see it, I guess. But Mike Miller says, who wins Coach of the Year? Oh, I think it's got to be Nick Sirianni, right? Mike, what's your parlay? What the hell are y'all talking about, Pokemon? Okay, whatever. All right, guys. Let's see. Did I miss something, Milena? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you on Tuesday for the reaction show. But also during the games, I will be, like I said, go on Twitter during the games and stuff. I'm always posting something there. And let me know you're on there too. So I'll be, of course, uploading more videos, different videos and shorts. I did upload a recent exchange between me and the Chiseled Adonis. If you guys haven't seen that, check that out. That's the most recent upload. All right. Thank you guys so much. It's going to be a fun weekend. I want to wish you all a happy new year. If you're new here, please subscribe and make sure the bell icon is solid. Okay? Make sure it's a solid color. And I hope all of you guys enjoy your New Year celebration wherever you're doing that. Thank you so much for being here. This is the last show of 2022. So, as everyone always says, I will see you next year.
This is Patriots linebacker, Super Bowl 49 champ, Darius Fleming, and you're watching VonAllen Sports. Real and honest NFL analysis. Subscribe now. Join the empire. VonAllen Sports, let's go!
VonAllen Sports.